So let's look at today's shloka. We will do the chanting first, then we'll look at the meaning, then go and look at the previous shlokas once. Okay. Prasade sarva dukkhanam. Nirasyopajayate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate.
Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate.
Prasanna chetaso hyashu.
Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Prasanna chetaso hyashu.
Buddhih paryavatishthate.
Buddhih paryavatishthate. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Buddhih paryavatishthate.
Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate.
Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate.
Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate.
Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso hyashu. Buddhih paryavatishthate.
So we will see the meaning, short meaning of this verse. So this verse now is coming on to the in the second chapter, after Krishna Paramatma has talked about what is jnanam, he talks about what are the three important sadhanas for getting this knowledge and making it steady. That means we should be abiding by that knowledge. So first he talked about shama and dama. Shama means mastery over the mind. If the mind has to be here, the mind has to be here for now. The mind needs to be under your control, not the other way around. Dhamma means the sense organs have to be under your control. And the third sadhana that is given is called nididhyasana, otherwise called Vedantic meditation, where whatever knowledge you have gained through the Vedantic teaching is contemplated or dwelled upon. So you dwell upon it. and you bring the teaching again and again. This is basically to remove the old orientation. So we all of us are oriented towards understanding that we are an individual, and Shruti says that you are the total. Vedas say you are the total. Krishna Paramatma also has given this knowledge in the second chapter. Najayate mriyate va kadachit. Okay, so this is given, this knowledge is given, but how do I orient myself? I understand now very clearly how do I orient. So for that, Nididhyasana is important. Then now Krishna Paramatma is talking about the fruit, the phala, the result of Nididhyasana, Shama and Dama. What happens to the knowledge? The knowledge which was not very stable now becomes stable. That is why he is called Sthira Prajnaha. The knowledge is steady and it is always available to me, and therefore I am doing all my activity with that knowledge. So let us see what is being told here. Prasade sarva dukkhanam. So here prasada means equanimity of the mind. The mind should have the balance. The emotional balance should be there. Okay. So once this knowledge becomes steady, then you don't look for source of happiness from the outer world. You come to know you yourself are the source of happiness. For that, one example is given. A bone is there. The dog chews its bone. And when it is chewing the bone, the small bits of the bone gets into the mouth and its own blood starts oozing out. The dog is thinking that the blood is coming from outside, from the bone, and it is tasting, but it is tasting its own blood. Similarly, we think that the outside object is making us happy, but happiness is my own nature. And the outside object of the world, what it is doing, it is just removing the disturbance of our mind for some time. And when the disturbance is removed, my own nature, our own nature, which is pure consciousness, which is of the nature of happiness, which we call as Ananta, limitless, that alone shines. And that is how, when the mental disturbance goes off, Sarva Dukkhanam Hanihi, it removes all the sorrow. Okay, because you are able to now see very clearly that I am Sukha Swarupa, I am that limitless Ananda Swarupa. Okay, so the entire mind which was disturbed, the mind which was disturbed always, now the disturbance goes off permanently because of abidance in the knowledge. Then what happens? Because your mind is always undisturbed by the external world, then automatically your buddhi means here the knowledge that I am this pure consciousness will always shine forth. You will be able to bring back that knowledge. If you are disturbed, you can't bring the knowledge back. Like you are writing your exam and you see the first question itself, I don't know. Mind gets disturbed. Okay, the mind gets disturbed. Even if you know the second, third question, you will not be able to answer it with your fullest potential because you are disturbed. And therefore, you have to maintain that balance of the mind for the buddhi to work. Similarly, here buddhi means the knowledge. Whatever knowledge you have gained, you have to write it in the paper. Here the buddhi, the knowledge or the understanding that is talked about is the understanding of self. So only when the outside world does not disturb you, that self-knowledge will be available for me. And if it is once it's available for me, I am always free. That is what Krishna Paramatma wants to say. Thank you.
Suprabhatam, very good morning to all. Acharya Charaka says, Ayurveda Amrutanam. So Ayurveda is the one which, the science which gives the Amruta. But today Amruta has flown to our Samskriti Bhavan in the form of again galaxy of our guests from Ayurveda field. I am very happy to introduce them to all of you. Dr. Prasanna Rao sir is the Director of SDM Ayurveda Institutions. Introducing Prasanna Rao sir to anybody, it is just like introducing Elon Musk to the artificial intelligence. is so much of inseparable combination Ayurveda and Krishna Rao sir are having. Sir, we welcome you, sir, for our S-VYASA. Dr. Shailaja Yu. She is the principal of SDM Ayurveda College, Hassan. Dr. Madhav Diggavi, sir, Professor, Kai Chikitsa, Government Ayurveda College, Bellary. He was so popular orator and teacher and famous among all Karnataka Ayurveda students. Dr. Ramesh K, Associate Professor, Translational Research, All Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi. Welcome you, sir. I welcome all of you for S-VYASA and Pratana. I request Guruji to honor all our guests. We have one more guest, Dr. Sulapani, orthopedic surgeon from Hyderabad. Please come.